Thanks a lot, sir, for wonderful opening remarks. I will request Raj to give up his opening stuff.
Thank you for the great opening remarks. I think I can talk on behalf of two things. One, obviously, from campus management. Secondly, I'm also an industry representation because we also run, this is a technology company at the end of the day. And we go out and recruit from the same campuses where you all are sitting in. And we actually rely on those skills to develop a software product out of India. So we are actually, in our own way, contributing towards the Make in India to make some products out of here. But what is important to understand is how this concept of Make in India at this point is really marketing, and it's really will continue to stay there if we don't translate that in every one of the colleges and institutions and also companies like us. Right? We have to translate that vision at every level. For starters, I think Make in India to me is a culture difference. It is actually we're teaching a new culture to our current prospective students and the future employers. What that means is they need to come up with a DNA of saying, I can actually come up with a nice idea. I don't have to be working here to get employed. That's the first DNA that has to come out. Right? I mean, that is that lacks significantly in the culture. I can say there are a few people at the age of 45, 50, they say, listen, I'm tired of working right now, let me go and try something new. But that mentality has to be there at the age of 20. That has to be there at the age of 25. That's when we can actually come up with some of the most brilliant, great things that can be done. I mean, for a country of our size, Flipkart and Snapdeal, which is actually revolutionizing, and you look at the valuations of some of these companies and the kind of money that valuations of international companies are willing to put into this kind of a startup. It is not a great idea by us, by the way. It was not that India innovated e-commerce. It was actually borrowed from US or borrowed from somewhere else. But even for a borrowed idea implemented in a local way, there is huge money that is get poured in. Think about an innovative idea that is implemented in this country. There is no dearth of money. Problem is, at this point, there is no guarantee of the quality of people who are going to implement. And that's why the bargain is very high. If you go out and say, I have a great idea, I want to implement it, give me money, they'll ask you 80% of the equity of the company. Because they're worried that you have no previous experience of having done an innovation, having done this one. Even if you go back to your grassroots where you studied from, there is nowhere it shows that you have actually come out of an incubation center of a university, incubation center of a college, where you have come up with 3 great ideas and filed for 2 patents. And now you're actually coming up with a company. If you have a track record, people would love to put money behind your idea. They would actually want to grow behind the idea. So Make in India to me is a lot about how do we culturally change the students coming out of the institutions. How do we actually develop that DNA in them? How can we leverage technology platform what is available to give them that knowledge? Right? There is MOOCs was mentioned, there is a lot of online content available, there is tons of material out there. How do we actually bring that knowledge level to the point where students can actually pick up these things pretty quickly and be able to leverage that knowledge in innovating things, in coming up with great ideas. It could be the same idea being done better way. It could be service ideas, it could be product ideas. And that culture DNA, if it comes in, I think the Make in India, the whole theme which is being programmed is going to be great success 20 years, 30 years from now, and we'll be a happy country.